I'm like, if it was a tour put together with just me, Dom Kennedy, Larry, and Primo Rice,
Hey, man.
man, we had sell that bitch out every city.
Foley James. Welcome to Cut the Radio. I am your illustrious host, G Shrub. We have S. Carter in the building. Hello, S.
What's going on, everybody?
Sample God is on the boards. Hello, Sample God.
What's goody? What's goody?
Go Studios. We have CTuck in the building.
What's going on? What's going on?
Welcome. Top 5, and what is your social media name so the people can find you, sir?
Okay. Social media name is CTuck. Keep it G. That's CTUCK KEEPITG. No underscores. No, none of that fancy stuff. It's straight up and down like 6 o'clock.
Hey.
Nice.
Now my top 5. So what you doing, like producers or artists?
Anything you want. It's just a question to get to know you. So you can be top 5 shoes, top 5 TV shows, top 5 foods you like, whatever you want the people to know as an icebreaker, sir.
Okay, so my top 5 cars.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
My top 5 cars is it's a tie. Like the first one is a tie. It's a 64 Impala, a drop top, and a 71 Chevelle. So
Nice.
that's them. I put them two as number one. So them would be 1 and 1. Then number 2, I'll say like a 87 El Camino.
Oh, you like them?
Then number
Classic cars.
Yeah.
then like number 3, I'll say a Caprice, anywhere from like 73 to 75.
Yep.
That got to be a drop.
Yeah, my dad's favorite car, Caprice.
You almost all Chevy in, man.
Right.
Oh yeah, you already know how I gotta play it. It was another 85 S10 on some dates. That's like a pickup truck, like a little short bed pickup truck. Okay. I'm probably looking about to buy one of them bitches for real. And then I'll say the last one, number 5. I'm trying to think of number 5. Cause there'd be so many cars. Just a dip outside of Chevy. I'll say a 98 Eldorado.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Okay. Well, welcome, C-Tuck. Welcome. King Wall just entered the building. Hello, King Wall. I know you might.
Hey, it's
You gotta be on mute right now. We understand.
Daddy daycare.
But welcome. We're glad to have you in. We just went through C-Tuck's top 5 cars, which is very dope. I wanted to start the show quickly because we were talking about Japan and flying cars, and I wanted to mention that Japan. Did y'all see the Gundam robot movie?
Yes,
I was just about to say that shit, man.
Yeah. It crouched down, it stood up, and put his finger up in the air.
It crouched down.
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
Check though.
Big ass robot.
4 times fast though. It was a 4 times fast motion, so it looked like it was going fast to us. But if you look in the bottom of the screen, it says fast forward 4 times. So it's probably going slow in real life with the crouching down.
Real
like
slow.
probably like
it looked that fast. That's what the scary thing was. The speed up.
That looked like that. It looked like one of them Power Ranger robots when they were morphin' time.
Yeah.
Now who's controlling it?
It's a remote control.
Yeah.
The whole robot is remote control.
Yeah,
somebody gonna steal it. They're gonna threaten a country, and we're gonna be in a World War V.
Hey, that bitch gonna be in Chicago next weekend. I'm telling
you. Being realistic,
niggas
5 years, and they try that again. That bitch is moving and floating to something. Like that's how They working over there. That's
he gonna smack a plane out the air on some Godzilla type shit.
And with us, man, they are not, man. This is the season finale is coming, man.
Hey, did y'all like what you said about it hovering and shit? Did y'all see over in LAX? I don't know if it was like 2 weeks ago or something. There were reports from the airplanes of somebody testing a jetpack near LAX. Like they just flying in the air with a jetpack on.
Yep.
That's crazy. I was just watching Rocket Man not too long ago. That's crazy.
In Jersey,
man, I was just playing Grand Theft Auto and did that shit.
In Jersey, they spotted a UFO hovering over somewhere, and then the police said it was just a drone. But that many people can't see a drone like that.
What was it? A new UFO?
Hey, it's an unidentified flying object.
Big bet.
Whatever it is, and people like, I don't know what that is. So,
me personally, I got a feeling that aliens probably do exist. I ain't even negating that fact. But man, y'all, if they do, they need to pop up, let a nigga know what's happening. What middle ground we gonna stand at? If you don't fuck with Trump like we don't fuck with Trump, we good.
on the real,
how to use light speed, man. That's it.
I'm about to say, all I want is teleportation. Just give me that.
That's it.
Make that shit reality, bro.
See, but here's the thing, Joe Rogan has a theory saying that if aliens do exist, they are aware of us and like they're too stupid to fuck with. Let's only drop down here so they don't blow themselves up. That's the theory.
What?
Like think about it, ants and then us. We're not thinking about what's going on in that ant shit. We like, oh, let me step over so I don't fuck it up. But we ain't really thinking about, they build it. That's what it probably looked like if a superior race came down and was like, man, they just out here trying to drive cars and shit using gas. Like that's what they still eating.
They're like, we're not even using our body no more.
Exactly. Like they travel across space.
They gonna be so advanced, it'll be crazy.
That shit crazy.
Question about this. Okay, so the Breonna Taylor verdict just came down. Charges. I've never heard of wanton endangerment.
I'm about to say, they didn't charge like for actual murder. They
charged him for putting bullets in the other person's apartment.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was weird. Like,
so I'm guessing it's a form of reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon,
or like a regular discharge of a weapon or something like that. It's not that. It's not like, come on,
like for a civilian, you may get 2 years or something like that, but for a cop,
1,500.
The punishment need to be harsher because it need to be harsher because you are put in place to protect and serve. So as a civilian, that can be like them be unbeknownstly handling that firearm. Mm-hmm. But you the cop, nigga, you the one that's supposed to enforce this shit. Man, no, you need to get that penalty.
They don't talk. They first responders at that.
Exactly. So that just came down, and then as we are recording, we see that a police officer has been shot or wounded. He's not dead, just wounded.
Is this Louisville or like
in St. Louis?
Okay.
So in the city, and I like to look at different sites and pages. So Fox News is down there already, and they like. Yeah, it's like a garbage can on fire and like a like maybe 100 people surrounding shit, but it's not as wild as it was like 3 months ago and stuff like that. It wasn't. It's not the full blown we flipping cars, we burning shit. Like that was popping up everywhere. And if you really think about what was going on in America just 3 months ago, it's wild to think about how everybody is just chill out now. Like the same people you ride and bus with, going to work with, were out there flipping shit, shooting shit, like
fucking up police cars and all that type shit.
Police cars, like it wasn't
no. Just because
they got like their system.
Yeah, like no, just the reason behind it, like
Yeah,
people
get up
just
system.
tired. Like they're just tired. Like it's I don't know what else to just like explain it as, just being just fed up. Like nobody was honestly truly surprised. Everybody's upset, but
Yeah,
it's like like when
we
when
know where
they
we live.
declared a state of emergency before the verdict even came down, they were like, oh, we already know where this is going. So it's
Yep.
like,
Ain't not,
what's the point
yeah.
of us even going out here and blowing up all this shit and set cars on fire? Like, we tired. Like, it's just
Yeah.
it's frustrating.
You're right.
It's
Mm-hmm.
real
You're right.
frustrating.
You're exactly right. We already knew. And I think us showing restraint is more of a surprise to them. Because they'll think, oh yeah, we about to go crazy now. Like, oh, let's batten up, and nothing happened. And I don't want anything to happen with the burning shit down. Let's just go to the polls in November. Let's go, get it done. Vote that nigga the fuck out. Whoever that Uncle Tom is, that was a justified shooting.
And it come down to like not just the president. It's your mayor. It's your district attorney.
Yeah.
It's whoever putting the laws in place in your particular area.
Your judges and all of that type of stuff.
And if anybody has been in the court system in Cleveland, that they always talk about some judge. They always like let's vote her the fuck out. Let's get her the fuck out of here. Like, I don't see why we can't.
It's some shit when you got like real live criminals telling you who to fucking vote for because they can't fucking vote. Look, this is who you look. This motherfucker gave this nigga X amount of time for this, X amount of time for this, but then gave this person this. No, vote for them, and then they don't even care about nothing else. They just want you to regulate what judges is in there.
Yeah, because that's their level.
That's like it's serious.
That's where they can get to in their level. Like they are affected by the judges the most. Some people are affected by the attorney general the most. Some people are affected by the mayor the most. Like if you got kids and shit, and you can't get the motherfucking school board to vote in new books and a music program and shit like that, vote that motherfucking mayor and governor and all that shit out there, man. Like it's I'll say yes, there has been a lapse in our generation of our voting in the governor and mayor races and stuff. But that's going to end now. Like that's all over. It's enough information out there on just social media past it. You can find a post with 5 pictures and learn all about the voting system and the government real quick. It's not hard to find.
I do feel like this generation is more invested.
Information is out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This generation is so much more invested. Like it's beautiful to see, and I can think back to like when Obama first was running, I couldn't vote then. So it's like you can see, you can see that range of increasing of rock the vote and vote or die type shit, but it never really meant anything because it didn't relate to us. But when you got to that Obama year, you're like, oh yeah, I want to vote for this. Like it feels like something I need to do. Like you don't get to feel that because you don't know who the fuck you're not in courtrooms when you're 12 years old. You're not in you can't watch the Senate and CNN all day and learn about all that and know like, yeah,
man, that is boring.
Yeah, like,
right.
Like never
you want to go outside
until you get into those positions where those people are needed. You never know.
You're not going to necessarily care. Like,
yeah.
It do make you wonder, like growing up, like what made you decide to go into politics? Like we sat in the same class, and all of a sudden,
parents, like
you running for mayor, type shit. Like
that's
you really got to think about.
Then not only that,
sometimes,
but then not only that, they'd go into the shit and be crooked. Sometimes you be like, damn, like this nigga was the class treasurer, and like he went in there. Now he done robbed the whole city. Like, what the fuck he did with our graduation money? Like,
it makes you really think. Like, a lot of people
flex that prom with the graduation money and shit. Like, damn, how he get the Rolls Royce? All right.
It really make you
like that
realize
nigga
too,
had a
like you really
helicopter.
investing in your city.
But we had pizza for our motherfucking meetings.
Yeah,
Like,
we didn't have no time.
one
That
topic.
nigga
Like,
had that nigga had a porterhouse. We was eating the lunchroom pizza and shit. Like damn.
all cheese, no toppings. Half cold.
Sticking to the plastic.
Cardboard.
Oh, terrible.
Damn.
Oh man. So yeah, I'll wrap it up by saying go out and vote. Hopefully, this season finale of America, we come back with a new lead character or an old lead character, as in Biden winning and he's just being back in office and doing.
Man, like Biden, man, it's just like a damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation. Just like it was with this last election. I'm like, shit, I don't fuck with Hillary neither, but damn.
Yeah.
What else I got?
We know the consequences.
You gotta pick your poison.
Now we know. We like, all right, yeah, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, but somebody worse. All right, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I got you. No problem. I don't need to learn twice. I got it. Yeah, so go out and vote. Wrap it up there. Some dope shit I saw on the internet today was Ari buying Moneybag Yo and Maybach and how hype Moneybag Yo was. Did the email see that?
Yeah.
He said she bought him on,
and then it was
she bought him one
directly after,
and then got into a shooting directly after.
Damn.
No, that's fucked up because all I heard was about the shooting and Black Youngster being there and whatnot.
That's fucked up.
Not hear about the gun. Not hear about
some
the
chick got shot in the ass. Some chick got shot in the ass, definitely.
Oh,
but
damn.
But that's besides the point because
was they at the car dealership?
No, they was in Vegas.
That was in Vegas.
And dudes came by.
I seen the car dealership. The nigga shot up the car dealership.
Yeah, that was some.
No, that was a father saving his children.
Yeah, man.
All three.
Yeah. He got shot in the ass, but the chick.
He got shot in the ass.
Yeah.
I see that shit. He see when that bitch hit it, be like, oh, come on, yo.
Actually, let's talk about that real quick because that was a real ass dad, and he didn't know what to do. He was like, I gotta grab these children and stuff.
I'm about to say, like, my nigga could not run. I was mad. He had one chance to run, but by the time he realized, he like, I got 3 children.
I got so many kids.
Yeah, he did, man. He did what anybody, man. I would have got shot in my ass too, bro. Hey, as long as my kid's cool, I would have took one and you would have to shoot me.
That shows me I got to teach my kids how to motherfucking know what shooting is because that one kid is like, what's going on?
You hear loud noises, run! God damn it!
what? Come on, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Though, living in the hood, you realize hit the flow fast.
Man.
As a kid, you know, flow. That's all you
They
need
had
to
have some money because he got 3 kids. He in a dealership. He had to have a little money on it because that kid didn't know. He was like,
man. What is that? Fireworks, daddy?
Fireworks?
Fireworks.
What's going on here, daddy?
Yeah, like, no, this ain't no fireworks. Get your ass down.
Get down. But that's like he need a reward. I don't know. Diddy can help him, like send him a car or something like that. Chevrolet, like whatever dealership he was in, he need a car for that because
somebody help him get his ass patched up.
Yeah, because he got a hurt ass. That's fucked up. That's just fucked up.
That nigga can't even sit down. He can't even sit down, man.
He got 3 little kids running around him like, "No, your ass hurt, daddy."
Oh my lord.
Chasing them, they rolling that nigga around in a rolling chair and shit.
Yeah, man, just bullshit. All right. Anything else this week happened crazy? Kanye giving his artist masters back. That's dope.
Talking that shit.
Yeah.
The half he owns.
Kanye on some shit.
Yeah. That's different right there. That's different. He's setting the tone. He's showing that if he can do it, what is Diddy and Jay-Z on?
And on top of that, he's showing he's telling people how to properly get a new deal now for what's going on. how you should probably handle your stuff like that.
He's in a
What do
different
you
place,
say?
though.
Yeah.
He's in
He
a
is in a
completely
different
place
Yeah.
because he's a billionaire without music. And now he has that as leverage to say "fuck you" to these music industry people that people that are in the music industry should not say "fuck you" to if they want to have a career.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no black balling Kanye for real.
I mean,
You can't.
real talk.
he's in a different level now. Like it's like, oh, when you're bigger than the actual label itself, why do you need a label? And he's there now. He has the brand equity to be like, I do what I want. But the fact that he's given some power back to the artist as well, that's the difference. I think that's the game changer.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I don't say a lot of people, the people that make it to that level where it's saying like, man, fuck you, I don't need you, they kind of stay up there alone. But him giving the ability to get these people up to somewhere, like the Dreams catalog, he sold that bitch for like 300 million or something crazy like that. Or a portion of it. He sold a portion of it for like X number of hundreds of millions. So when you're extrapolating Kanye, they talking about half a billion worth of his catalog and what not counting good music and all that. So it's stupid amounts of money. It's money to get people killed. It's money. It's the type of money that whole careers are ruined over and shit. So I'm excited. I love the fact that he's taking a note from Taylor Swift's book and saying, "Hey, once your masters, you can just re-record all your whole shit." That's the blueprint right there, everybody. If you really want to own your shit, go re-record it.
And then had him only listen to the new edited version because it's easier to find the new shit.
You take all that old shit down off of the streaming sites and upload your new shit back up there.
I didn't realize that's what Taylor Swift did.
Yeah,
she just recorded everything.
Because look, here's how grimy the game is. Scooter Braun, who is Justin Bieber's manager, it's Ariana Grande's manager, whole bunch of people, whole bunch of people, right? He don't fuck with Taylor. He got the bag with him. He spent like $400 million on Taylor's fucking catalog.
But he don't fuck with her.
Don't fuck with her. Bought her catalog, right? She couldn't even release shit she wanted.
What?
I'm talking. So that's how crazy. Nigga don't even fuck with you. He just got the bag. Give me your shit.
I'm gonna sit on it.
I'm gonna sit on it. You can't do nothing with it. So she was like, nah, I'm just gonna record everything.
That's crazy.
Now, do you have to change your beats? Do you have to change anything?
You do just gotta remake the beats and shit. But re-recording it can be the exact same shit.
Right.
Just re-record it live. You can do a live.
But could they find like a loophole even with that? Because if you just replaying it, couldn't they say like you need a sample clearance now? They can't clear the thing.
Music. It's a new master recording.
Yeah.
It's all still
brand new everything. It's your song,
but they can't say nothing about copyright and anything like that then, because it's the exact same shit.
Hey, I'm not a lawyer. She got away with it. Kanye saying we should do it too.
Hey,
it's a lot of artists.
It's like the white woman did it. We can do it too, people.
It's a lot of artists that got shit that need to just go back in there and get it done. I don't know how much a milli costs, but I'm going back in there and going to go get a milli again because
hell yeah.
I
mean, even Lollipop.
Yeah, man, I'm going.
Even he got that paper. He got that paper of Lollipop.
Candy. We talking about Candy Shop, Wankster, all them shit that's owned by them big corporations and all that. Man, I'm going right back in there. I'm re-recording that. Go listen to this for the next 20 years, please and thank you.
Yeah,
can't get it from us, but I think that's
you find a dude to sample your shit too.
If
everybody about to go back to
the
right
on Can't Tell Me Nothing,
man. Bro, they said that Jay-Z owns what the first 6 albums of Kanye,
and he sold that to Def Jam to get his masters.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how
Smart.
That's some crazy. That's some good. That
was some cutthroat shit though, but it was smart.
He had to get hit.
But I mean, I see it from Jay's standpoint, but damn, bro.
That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. But he didn't. Well, I can't say he didn't know because he had them 6 albums under him. He was Kanye already. Like that was Kanye.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the most important projects, actually.
No, yeah, those are his most memorable. Everything after that is it. Like it's kind of like, all right, yeah, hey, it's cool. But those late registration,
college dropout, graduation, 808. Come on, man.
Yeah, especially 808s.
Damn,
that's crazy.
First influenced by Cudi changed the game.
Really sucks,
changed the game. And he got the influence by T-Pain and Cudi right there. Changed the whole game.
To think you don't get paid what you should be getting paid from that is wild to me. Like knowing, like, yeah, that shit bringing in like $100 million a year. $100 million off a motherfucker.
To this day, it can still be played.
Power, they play Power, bro. Every NBA Finals is Power. Like that's all it was. Yeah. That's all they played was that song, bro. Like, and he probably got pennies on the dollar on that shit. It's crazy. It's nuts. I'm happy he's showing this. Everything he said and ranted about, quote unquote, has come true. All that I need help. Yeah. I need a major corporation backing me. Here's the vision. He needed that Billy, and now look what he's doing.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at him. All that running for president shit just to get y'all hype so he can give you all this real shit.
That's all he ever does. So, like, what do you do that for like 6 years?
Yeah.
But like, what do you say about the artists that like do need that like type of financial backing?
Oh no!
Like everybody else with a deal that had.
Just like how some kids need like a private school, a Catholic school, and shit like that. Some artists need a structure just to help them. Like some artists are just artists, and they can only think about the art, and they can't fucking tweet all the time. They can't book all the shows or find people to do that for them and know the
right.
Like some people just don't know. It's people growing up in Mississippi. Who's Flo Milli? Flo Milli is a Mississippi girl. She hard as fuck. The fact that she has a structure around her is why she's blowing up now because they know how to market her and get on the right playlists. It's certain shit that
Lady Millie. What's her name again?
Flo Milli.
Flo Milli, check that out.
It just comes back to knowing what business you're in and knowing how to move within that business.
Yes. And especially when it comes to hip hop, we are dealing with pause. The younger, the better.
Yeah.
The younger the artist it is,
it's a manipulative game. Like
yes,
it's predatory.
Yeah, basically.
Yes. So the best rapper, like who they co-sign right now? Corday came out. Fucking every OG's raving about him. He's fucking 19, 21 or something like that. And
he's the youngest conscious rapper.
Yeah, they already crowned him the best. But we don't know what type of fucking deal he is. Like he signed that deal when he wasn't the best. He wasn't that known. He was still YBN. He signed a fucking 360.
Yeah.
That nigga signed to Jay Prince. So you know what them splits look like.
Yeah.
Man.
And that's a group deal too.
So when you get it into the question of should they have a label deal or should an artist have a label deal? What I have seen Corday, if he didn't have a label deal, fuck no. He wouldn't have been on all these songs with these artists and in front of everybody and on all these social media. He would have been another conscious rapper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it went for the gangster part of the rappers. Like I give him this. I heard the flow that he did by himself with the barbershop, but I heard that after Nazir did his whole his video with the guns and shit and being all young and what.
Yeah.
But it's like they're in the same group. So if I never would have heard that, I would never heard the conscious shit.
Right.
That's right. CTuck. Like Namir, that nigga ain't even doing the shit like he on some little Tokyo Drift looking shit. like last little video I was seen. I'm like, what this nigga?
He
What's this
fell off
nigga
a
on?
moped or some shit.
Oh, you fell off a moped.
CTuck, how did you get your start in music? And are you from Ohio? You have like a little West Coast vibe.
This CTuck. Hey.
Hey,
My man sound
are you just now
like
realizing?
Larry June. He sound like Larry June. I swear
He
to
does
God,
sound
bro.
like. I was about to say that. You sound
He
like
sound like Larry June on
Pippin
song.
joint. I was like, this sound like Larry. This sound like a smooth ass. That's what I was about to ask. Like, is there like a LA connection? Is there a Cali connection? Are you from like? Is there like you born and raised West Coast, or just to feel you like?
No, I was born in Orlando.
Okay.
And then like I was like I forgot how old I was, but my mom and my pops they ended up splitting, migrated back to Cleveland because that's where everybody was really at for real. And then I just was raised here basically.
Okay.
But like so I got a lot of my family I got a lot of my family that's from down south though.
Okay.
And then I do got family that's out west, but I got a lot of my family down south.
It's probably the southern twang I'm hearing there.
Yeah, that's the influence. Yeah,
the draw because it's a lot of car talking to and I don't know. It's the delivery. It's funny you said Larry Jones because I wasn't gonna say like because I hate comparing artists to another artist, but it's the delivery. It's not the content and all that, but it's the delivery of it where it's like
that sound and vibe.
Oh, you're confident in what you're saying, and it's believable type thing. Like everything that Larry says, like, oh, I can imagine him driving down the street. He got a bitch that's doing this and doing that. Like your raps are more so confident. It's like, yeah, I can't think of anybody else but Larry. But you don't sound like Larry. It's the actual feel of Larry. I'll say that.
No, I get that, and I get that all the time. Like everybody that they say they can't really compare me to nobody, like saying like I sound like them, but they always say I remind them of somebody. Like people say I remind them of Spitter. Mm-hmm. People say I remind them of Larry. And then another motherfucker came to me and said, my dude Cortez, he was like, yeah, it's a nigga named Primo Rice. He sound like you. I'm like, how this nigga sound? I'm like, how this nigga sound like me? I'm like, this nigga got more followers than me and all that shit. I'm like, we ain't about to play that shit. We ain't about to play those games.
He like, and I heard you
tapped
first.
in Primo. I tapped into Primo. I'm like, oh no, this nigga shit hard. And I started just downloading all his shit and tapping in with him. Man, like, I was just talking to my one homie about this shit. I'm like, if it was a tour put together with just me, Dom Kennedy, Larry, and Primo Rice.
Hey man,
we had sell that bitch out every city.
Boley James too. You gotta put Boley James on there.
Oh man. And then like when we stopped down in New Orleans and shit, like Spitter might fuck with us when we stop down there. And then that's if we if he feel like blessing us on some shit like that. But other than that, that'll be a dope ass tour.
I used to call Larry June like the happy fusion of Drake and Dom Kennedy. Like somewhere in there, you'll find a Larry June where he's just oozing with pimping and confidence, and he can have millions and billions of dollars if you don't know for real, or he can be completely broke.
Right.
So you don't really know. He
can be completely broke.
Hey man, the way he's low key is different. It's a few artists that I'm like, man, I don't know how they making money for real. Like they just out here like they drop a lot. So are they artists like their fans? Are they buying merch and shit like that? Like Chip, I don't know how Chip do it. I don't know how.
Right, man.
Man, I don't know.
It make you wonder, like, what you doing down there?
Man, like them Cuddy records.
But is that enough? Is that really enough?
It could be.
Cuddy is big, yo.
Yeah, and he definitely still shit. I opened up for the nigga like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
I always say, man, I only need one hit, man. I only need one hit to be comfortable. If I'm being honest.
If you ain't living above your means, all you need is one hit. All you need is one hit.
Yeah.
invest it how you need to invest it, and you look at Ray Jr. Ray Jr. is doing great in Atlanta right now. Look like he got some restaurants over his line. Movies is always popping on his radar and shit like that. That's a successful career to be. Signed to Def Jam.
Shit, me too.
A great resume right there to sign a Def Jam and shit like that. You got the love of your city, like that. They know you rap, like you rapping, rap.
You got like, a couple. He got a couple golden eggs in the vault from back in the day. So
that's what I'm saying. Like
they're gonna live for a long time.
I'm not mad at that career. I'm not mad at Chip's career. CTuck, where would you like your music career to go? Are you the one that wants to sign like how we were talking about? Or you want to stay independent? You want to move around and do your own thing? How are you feeling about it?
I mean, for real, honestly, like initially, I probably just signed just for like on the bag purposes wise, because I would know what to get. That'd be more so like startup money for me. Like honestly, because I've been doing like a lot of the stuff by myself since like 2016. So I got a network of different people that I work with. I got producers that I'm locked in with that I work with. I call them like, hey, I need me another pack. And they load my email. And so I got people that are shooting videos. I got places where I record at. So what? You give me like $500,000. I'm not about to go, but you just because you tell me I need to pay $10,000 an hour for this studio time. No, I'm about to go to the homie house that got me discover how you would like me sounding anyway. And then I'm about to go buy me some like houses or some commercial property and flip that. So if you try to be on some fuck shit, be like, yeah, we ain't gonna recoup XYZ. Oh, here, you can take your bread back. I done already tripled that. I was just waiting on y'all to hit my line anyway.
That's the thought. And I don't, and my question is, were artists not thinking that? Was the information just not out there for real?
I don't know, because I know. I find it funny because a lot of the trap rappers, they just go back to the streets with the money and flip that.
I mean, because that's
so it's
the easiest,
and that's
thing.
The easiest route. But it'd be weird when niggas be like, yeah, you in debt and you owe money. It's like, hold up, like if you was flipping money beforehand, why didn't you just do that and just pay the shit back and then just go full on straight? Because y'all not going straight in the first place. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
I couldn't tell.
Then they be doing all that extra shit.
Yeah,
I don't need no jewelry, all that little flashy jewelry, none of that shit. That shit depreciating value. Like no, that shit. Yeah, that shit that you just yeah, I got 50,000 on my wrist. Nigga, I done just bought 4 houses with that 50,000, and that shit about to have me recurring income. Or I'm a bulldoze and bitches down, and I'm a hold money over the land bank head and wait to let them buy that shit from me.
The best thing I've ever heard from Future is Plain Jane. When he explained why you shouldn't bust down all your watches and how to transfer money with watches from overseas and shit, he gave a lot of game right there, and I don't think a lot of people heard it. Because there's money transactions. You lose money and when you exchange money and all that. And there's taxes that come over. But you can bypass all that. You have 6 watches. Bitches worth $500,000, $2 million. You just got $2 million from Europe to America with no taxes. Like, that's the game that people ain't really looking at. And it's all type of little things like that these rich has been doing. That's just getting at us because we finally getting our first real, I don't say billionaires, but our first real wealthy black people from entertainment. Like motherfucking Tyler Perry, I think is worth a B now. Like
man,
crazy,
he like a super mogul.
Man. And it's beautiful to see all
he
that.
He like the fucking Black Walt Disney for real.
It's weird to see because we got to literally witness it from the play to movie to
right now.
I got my own lot.
From sleeping in his car to putting on the dress,
right,
to getting on stage, to getting on screens, to
being behind the screens, like
to doing deals that have never been done before. You know his TBS deal? He was like, no, y'all can't have my show unless you sign up for 100 episodes. Off top, that's syndication. So you do already saying like, hey, I got to syndicate this show no matter what it's doing, type shit. Like that's different type of thinking right there. Like I love it. I love it because it's setting the tone for the kids. Like the kids gonna look. He did what with his show? He called for it. Most shows get 8 episodes. The first thing out.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. They get 8 episodes only. And then
shit, not even that, just ongoing. Like you see shows like Insecure and shit, they got like 10, 12 episodes. And then or like Power. Like nigga, why that shit is not longer? Like let me know what the fuck happened in one season. Okay, this nigga Tariq killed Ghost. Boom, we done. Next season. Now this nigga in mama in jail. Let's keep rolling it like that. They be bullshitting too much.
And that's what 50 doing. You see how 50 movie hit us like, oh, Stars ain't got shit. Stars is mine now. Let's do it. I got a whole bunch of ideas. And he keep giving
shit for Stars.
Nigga, Stars ain't doing shit. Showtime ain't doing shit. Nigga, Sci-Fi not. It's a whole bunch of networks right now that's not really doing shit. Like, I mean, just y'all remember Cinemax? Does Cinemax still exist?
Yeah, Cinemax still exists.
Not doing a damn thing.
I don't know what's
exactly. It's part of the whole HBO Showtime Stars thing.
I mean, they have some
the only reason HBO staying afloat is because of the fight. If they didn't play the pay-per-view fight,
and HBO Max now, like
I'm about to say, HBO Max just did a new deal, so
I mean, they bought everything.
Kind of a little bit of litness.
I mean, they got everything. Well, they just closed that shit with DC, so like, since DC's switching to comics only, so now every DC show is going to HBO.
Oh, that's what's happening with that?
Yeah.
That's weak. But that's all right. So all the DC shows is going straight to HBO.
Yeah.
Well, right there.
Because DC's like shutting down a streaming service or something they was talking about. So, and they was like, well, shit, everything on HBO Max, and then that's where everybody watching it. Nobody really paying for DC except for the comics. So we just gonna do these comics, and y'all had shows. So
that makes sense.
Hey, here's what it is. As long as they still get that money.
CTuck, sir, what projects do you have out or coming out so the people can listen to you, sir?
Well, right now I got, as far as project wise, I got a project out right now called A Trip to Riverside. And so the story a little like the backstory behind that. It was like the certain type of sound. Like my sound, I say it's kind of like a 90s but modernized. Like like you hear, like how I rap is how I talk.
Yeah.
Like I really don't. Like I tell people, like I'm not a rapper. I'm not a person that's gonna sit on no beat and bar you to death. I chop game over rap beats coincidentally, and that's how I really like.
I fuck with that.
That's how I pitch it to him for real. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, so like as of right now, like just like as a current producers, I fuck with a lot of Cardo shit. Like I've been fucking with him like since I was back in like high school and shit with the early Wiz and Sledgering and shit. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right. Then I'm listening to him. I'm like, man, this shit sound hard. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I know I'll do some crazy shit over some shit like that. So I'm asking different producers. I'm like, hey, bro, can you make me some shit that sound like this? Then, oh yeah, I got you. Then flood my email with some trap beats or something. My nigga, this is not what I said, bro. Like, what is you on? So I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to go to YouTube. I'm like, let me see what happens. So I go to YouTube. So I'll go to YouTube and then I'm like, all right, I always type in like Cardo type beats or something like that. I'm like, let me switch it up. So it's this one producer from the Bay, his name K Fisher. So I'm like, let me type in K Fisher type beats. And then I'm like, ain't shit gonna pop up. Sure enough, something popped up, and at the top it said Hunger Force Beats. I'm like, damn. First thing I think about was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I'm like, shit, I used to watch that shit when I was a kid. I'm like, this shit gotta be like on some goofy shit. The first beat I played on the top of the playlist was straight like that. Like, was exactly on some Cardo type shit. I'm like, oh, like, nigga, like on Paid in Full, when Mr. Pip walked into the cleaners, and then they're like, what's that you listen to? Nigga, that's exactly how I felt. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, yeah. So I stalked his ass, found him on Instagram. I'm like, bro, I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, I need some beats. He's like, well, I'm doing this. I got a beat pack deal. I'm like, what's happening? He's like, there's $100 for 9 beats. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, but that is I hand beats. I'm like, if it sound like this shit on your YouTube page, I ain't tripping.
Right.
He sent me the email. At first, I was gonna pick through them. I'm like, fuck it. I ain't even gonna trip about it. I'm about to just rap to all these bitches. So the order that I got the songs in is the order that he emailed me to him. And that's the order I wrote to it. And so then I was talking to my homie Hefe, that's who I'll be recording with all the time. I've been rocking
boss
forever. Yeah, I've been rocking with him forever. So I'm like, bro, what should I call this shit? I'm like, you know what? I'm like, he like, where are you from? So I asked him, and I'm like, where you from or whatever? He was like, I'm from Riverside. He's from Riverside, California. I'm like, all right. And so then I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm about to call this shit a trip to Riverside. And so then he like, that sounds hard. So we started Googling pictures of their downtown scenery. And then I'm like, shit, that's about to be the tape cover right there. And he like, bet. So he put the 1999 in the corner, and we was good to go. And so then I sent him the cover. He like, bro, this is hard. He like, first off, don't nobody never show love to the rib or whatever. He like, that's dope that you did that. Then he sent me the picture, and he had a circle. He like, dude, that's my house in your mixtape cover. I'm like, get the fuck out. I'm like, that shit was hard. So the whole shit just came together so organically. I'm like, man, that shit was just dope. And then I sent it to him, and he was fucking with it, and it been on and popping after that.
Hell yeah, that's hella fire, actually. And that's what is probably what I miss about being a manager and having artists and shit, is finding that producer and that artist, like that energy, and they like, oh, we just fuck with each other. I love his beats, he loved me, blah blah blah. Like that moment is like, oh, I can't duplicate that moment, because it is so rare when you find that exact person that you never met before that can understand your sound or your tone and shit like that. That's super dope. I love that moment in hip hop in general.
Like that. Like that's how it is. Like my go-to producers is my one homie. I don't know what he want to call himself now. It's either Famine Red or Del Vontae, whatever you want to call himself now. That's my one. Then my cousin, man, Sample God.
Hey. All right.
Like, man,
crazy.
I call them, man. Hey, I call Sample. Hey, Cuzzo, I need this. All right, give me a second. Check your email. Man, it's just, every time it just be some crazy shit. I'm like, you gotta have like some type of screening process before you send me some crazy shit like this.
Nah, man. Also, that's why I love Cleveland. Like I don't know if it's the rock and roll foundation we have, but that music spirit in us and shit like that, it works so well, and it I want to nurture it. That's why we have this show. I want to nurture it so bad, because I'm like, there's so much talent here, and we need the credit that we deserve. Whereas it's like, yeah, you see the memes like, yeah, every person nigga from Cleveland rapping shit like that, but now it's like, hey, it's a lot of chicks rapping too. So what you gonna say? It's a lot of chicks.
Everybody rapping.
Truth be told, they're the better rappers.
Oh man, it's some fire rappers out here. We was just saying the name Jay.
A rapper.
She's one of my personal favorites. She go crazy. I love the style of it, but it's so many of them that are popping up where I'm like, oh, I have to do like a whole like female rap series here now, because it's actual females that can hold their own.
With a lot of and then they ain't just talking about no like you want no pussy cash app type shit. They talking about like some real shit.
Foreign, it's some gangsters. It's they doing it, bro. It's
Yeah, like
Pussy
they talking about
popping
some like shit. Yeah, they talking about busting niggas or something. Oh, you about to shoot a nigga? Oh, you got
running
to sit up
scams. I'm
underneath
like,
the dress? Oh my god.
more chicks in Cleveland probably got their CCWs than niggas for real.
Man, I
True.
bet. Cause there's a lot of weirdos out here, man.
They need it though.
I applaud them. Any woman that got their CCWs, man, make sure you get you a hammer. And if
I
you
be
don't, you
seeing
need to
these
get one. There's some
training
weirdos
classes
out
and
here.
shit. It be just thick girls with guns.
Man.
They be filming. They be. I'm like, oh yeah, I see why you got one. Yeah, you got way too much ass.
Yeah.
You got
That's
Man,
way
cause there's a
too
lot of
much
weirdos out here, man. You all them people they find and like ain't no way how these people just coincidentally popping up out the blue.
Man,
Like where the
they said that they found like 30 children in the Akron, Cleveland, Canton area and shit like that, but they didn't put none of that on the news. I had to hear about this on like the Joe Rogan Experience and shit like that. I ain't see none of this. Pop up on Fox 8. I ain't see none of this pop up on nothing. That's some
like that's I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like that shit is weird. So like they snatching up kids and women and shit. Like no, man, I want you, man. Somebody walk up on you, you better shoot their ass.
Ask questions later, man. You gotta
ask questions later.
You gotta have a good lawyer for that. You know, just keep you a good lawyer on deck and do what you need to do.
Most definitely.
You shoot after shoot a nigga.
You said what?
CCW class. They have insurance that they sell just in case you got to shoot a nigga.
Really?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I might need to get that.
So we got to shoot a nigga insurance.
Well, basically,
shoot a nigga insurance.
Basically, what it is if you do shoot somebody, they will cover your lawyer fees regardless of the cost.
I like that.
Oh my god, cool. I need that.
Yeah, that's. I don't care what that cost is. That's worth it.
Genius.
Yeah.
Hey, picture that phone
no
call.
matter if
Hello?
you get off or you, no matter what, if you get off, you still pay for it.
They even call it shoot a nigga insurance. How may I help you? Hey, I just shot me a nigga. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Yeah, I just shot a motherfucker right here, right? What are you going to do? My deductible is going to cover it? My deductible? Great.
Click. I'm going to jail for 2 days.
Outside, shoot a nigga insurance and come up, clean the gun, pick up the shells.
Man.
Start taking inventory of everything, too.
A little old librarian chick will come up with some white gloves on, telling you, "Oh, it's gonna be okay, baby. It's gonna be okay."
Just start wiping the gun like Van Rams and Baby Boy.
Be up there swinging like Trey was.
Oh man. All right. Anything else you want to shout out before we wrap up the show, sir? I think this is going pretty well, and we didn't again to the point. Any shout outs, anything you got coming up?
Man, well, I got my latest single out right now. It's titled Link. It's produced by my homie. Like I said, I don't know what you want to call himself, Delvante or Famine, whatever you want to call himself. Produced by him. But that one like really, yeah, that's really doing numbers though. That one really taking off. Got to shout out Hefe, the whole 1990 now. You know, everything going up like it should be, as it should be. You know, shout out my family, everybody like that. Shout out for y'all for having me on the show.
For sure.
Much appreciation.
And now that you have been on, welcome to come back any day. Not any day, but any week you would like to promote. Come kick it. You're a great conversation. So come kick it. We can talk like this more. We do this every week, so we need content. So come on if you want to. The way we like to wrap,
I appreciate it,
is we go around and say what we're reading, watching, or listening to, just to get some people the homework, something to watch, something to read, take home with. We're gonna start with S. Dot. What are you reading, watching, listening to, sir?
Not reading too much, just articles here and there. I was really on like the news shit today, so it was a lot of CNN and other shit. So whatever popped up on the feed, I was reading that. watching Lovecraft Country and
Yeah.
LA's Finest on Fox with Gabrielle Union. I guess it's her like spinoff from Bad Boys. So it's interesting. I enjoy it. I definitely like the second season better than the first one.
I like Gabby.
Yeah, that's another reason I watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, Gabrielle Union, I'm just going to watch it. But yeah, that's about it. I'm working with this artist in Canada right now, so I've been listening to a lot of her shit. So
Okay, dope. CTuck, what are you reading, watching, or listening to, sir?
Well, currently I've been reading Bleacher Report, just looking at different sports shit. You know, watching. For real, when I be bored, I be binge watching Moesha on Netflix. Man, that'd be funny as hell. But for the most part, just watching Drink Champs and $1 Million Worth of Game.
Hey,
and what I'm listening, man, and what I'm listening to is beats. I've been writing, so I've been listening to some new beats that I got.
Hell yeah. King Maul, reading, watching, listening to, sir.
Mm-hmm. Currently, we're watching the game. I'm doing a nice little rewatch of Game of Thrones. I'll be bored at work. Shit happens. Listening to, while my subscription before I cancel this XM radio, anything to come on that bitch, bro. Yeah, I ain't about to keep doing this shit. That's about it, man. That's about it. I ain't doing nothing crazy right now, man.
Okay.
Did you cancel Spotify?
I did. Did I cancel who?
Spotify.
I was never paying for Spotify. I pay for XM Radio. I get Tidal for free, and I pay for Apple Music.
You pay for Apple Music even though you get Tidal for free?
Yeah.
That's wild.
How you get Tidal for free?
Because of my phone plan, they give it to you for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but the reason why is just like
it doesn't
Apple
have
Music. Yeah. It doesn't have everything, but Apple Music is just more cohesive to everything. I can plug it in my car, automatically pops up.
Yep.
You all the, like Tidal is just like
advantage. It works with everything well. It works with Instagram.
It's the conveniency.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I am reading Jurassic Park. Completely different from the I didn't say completely different. Majorly different from the movie. The book is so much more about science and wild shit like that. Pretty dope. So, watching Lovecraft Country, The Social Dilemma on Netflix. It's basically telling us how they are. So, okay, you got your phone. If you got Facebook, it says such and such tag somebody in the photo.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They should show us how that's done and how they can be like, all right, if the head of Facebook can be like, I need 100,000 more subscribers this month. He can like push a button and like crank up the ads, crank up the user attention grabbing shit to bring more followers in anytime he wants to. And I was like, oh, I didn't know he had that type of power. That's different right there.
Damn.
So you're not even really worried about getting people no more. It's just about how you collect the data and how you use the data now. So they're just selling data and selling this and selling ads. So each person on a social media site, say if you go on there maybe an hour and a half a day, you worth like $5, $4 or some shit like that because of the amount of ads that they can show you. Person that got 8 hours a day on there like me or something like that, I'm worth like $14, $13 an hour like from the niggas because they can send me like 32 ads of different shit and be like, yeah, he racking it up right now. He racking it up. So that's what they kind of show you in it. It's wild, boring. It's hella white, young, I don't say young, mid, like 29, they 30s and shit like that. Just rich beyond their means because that was in the boom of the Twitter era, the boom of the Facebook era. and they all then left and they talking about shit now.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild. It's one of them things where it's like, man, I knew they was doing some shit, and I didn't know they was doing this shit though. God damn. And it's crazy because they do like a mix of like a story in it. So it's like you follow this kid, and he's like he has a crush on this girl, and then they show like, oh yeah, he's in the vicinity of the girl that he goes to her page so much. Let's make her post go to the top of his page now. And I was like, oh, that's why right there. So say if you're
they like control her to coming up on that nigga news feed and shit.
Because she's
get the fuck out of here.
So if y'all at lunch together, if you in high school and shit, and y'all at lunch, she just took the selfie. They know that you go to her page every day, so that selfie is gonna be at the top of your page. And if y'all is in the same room, that's definitely gonna be at the top of your page.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What?
That's the type of shit they got power.
That explains the whole TV shit. Because anybody say that explains like how you talking about go and get some Thai, and all of a sudden you get a Thai ad on your phone, or you're watching a Jumanji, and all of a sudden you see a Jumanji commercial on your phone. Like that's some shit right there.
Yep.
They watch.
So if you want to watch it. It's shit that you.
No, I'm tapping into that.
If you're aware of it, you're like, man, I knew they was doing some shit, but
not on this level.
And what you supposed to do after that? You can't just not use your phone. You can't like social media is so important. I turn off all my notifications though. I don't have no notifications. I don't hear no bells, no dings, no nothing. Because to me, it's training a dog. You have a dog every time you get a treat. It's a bell. I ain't about to ding, and I'm looking around like, is that my phone? Like,
it's a phone, yeah. Like
that makes sense.
I'm cool on that. But besides that, what's up?
I was gonna say, that was like an old thing, a thing that just the satisfaction of hearing that notification, like, ooh, who likes me today?
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
Sit in a room with a couple iPhones and hear that ding go off however many times and watch all the heads go, huh? That shit is, I couldn't do it.
I thought it was important today.
I had to check out of that. Scary. CTuck, thank you for coming on, sir. Great show.
Thank you, sir.
If you're happy to come back on, please do, man, because it's about to be the finals is coming up, motherfucking elections coming up, so much shit coming up. I would love to have your opinion on it. Come back on whenever you can. King Maul, thank you. S. Carter, thank you. Sample God, Go Studios, thank you. Play that funky music.